Nope. Y'all not about to make me cry before this game. Real quick, man, I love you guys, man. Man.
And number 3, Durant.
Wade County in the building. Eastern Conference spots on the line. And at the half, what's the score of this one there, Shaq? 64-63. We've been watching it closely. Welcome to the American Express Halftime Report. Good to have you on board. We do have a big double dip because we got Rockets Thunder, Casey Stern, Shaq, Candace Parker, Vince Carter, who has already told us he will play again.
Somewhere.
Somewhere, yes. But if it's in Atlanta, Shaq's not talking to you.
Right.
At all.
Okay.
We take a look at the standings as the night begins. Now, here's the interesting part. As we look at 8, 9, and 10, guys, they're all in action. So important games. Heat, they need wins, and they need some help in the last two. And early, they got it from D. Wade, who did not take long. First basket of the game.
Oh, so he started.
Oh.
They started it.
Gotta start it last.
I mean, I agree.
right
I'm
there.
just saying, you know.
That's that floppy right there, Vince.
Yeah, man, that's the old school.
More from Wade in the Heat.
Okay with the Euro.
Bam puts it home and one. Then Dragic, good look inside.
Oh.
Wade.
That was the George Mikan drill.
Man.
Early lead by 10 over Philly. Shaq, you want to explain this to me? The Pistons need to win. The Grizzlies are putting out a bunch of players who have not gotten time, and Chandler Parsons, and we've got a 19-point Grizzlies lead.
I mean, you would think that, with them being in the 8th spot, that they would come out a little harder. Kind of upset at Blake. I think he needs to have a conversation with these guys.
I assume the halftime conversation going to be loud. Bitch, we hope not the last conversation in the next couple of days for Kemba and Charlotte. Some questions after the season where he ends up. Osmond, meanwhile.
Shaq in the pool.
Did he make the free throw, though, is the question.
Who wants to touch that?
Did he just put it
I
back?
hope.
Is that a 5-second rule?
Hold on. Did he just put it back?
I think he just put it back in.
Yeah.
That's not the 5-second rule in a basketball game.
At all.
Right? Like your own kitchen, you cleaned up.
Yeah.
maybe.
By yourself.
Right, by yourself.
Yeah, ain't nobody saw that.
Like NBA floor, you pick it up, put it right back? No?
No.
Not at all.
Probably not so much. Let's look again. The oops.
But did he
But he
finish
looked like
the free throw?
But look,
or
he's
did
like, I don't want to touch that. Look how he look. But he hits the floor.
This is how good this first half has been of this game. Those were your highlights, Celtics fans. Let's talk, I want to go back to the Pistons for a second. Vince, when you're in a spot where you guys have all been in this situation, you got to win games. The seeding isn't where you want. You'd rather not be in this spot. That's a tough first half. You still got a half a play. What's said at halftime during that break?
Well, I'll tell you what it's got to be disappointing for them because if you're playing for a playoff position, it's the hit-first mentality. We want to put these guys away in the first 5-10 minutes of the game. You don't want to keep them hanging around. Of course, when you're playing a team that has nothing to play for, those are the dangerous ones because they play carefree. For the Pistons, they had to treat this like a Game 7.
And when
they
you're,
didn't do that.
Sorry, when you're an other on the team, you follow your leaders. Blake Griffin, 5 points and 2 rebounds. He needs to step up.
Okay.
It's his job to step up. Him and Reggie, I know
Okay,
that's your
he's
guy.
been hurt.
Oh, hurt,
He
Schmidt.
has
I don't
been
want
hurt.
No, we'll get some icy hot then.
Okay, well, he can get some icy hot, but Blake Griffin has
5
been
points.
hurt. And everything the Pistons have done this year
I can get
has
5
been
points
run.
and 2 rebounds
No,
right
but
now.
everything the Pistons have done this year
Right now.
has been run through Blake Griffin. And when you're injured and play the way
I don't
that he
believe you're
plays,
sticking up for him, Candace.
I am sticking up for him because I understand, like, when you're injured and you're coming back, he missed like 6 or 7 games.
I just
straight.
love how Shaq
5 points in 24 minutes.
Man, when your knee
And
is
2
messed
rebounds.
up, it's
He has taken
Man,
the
kudos for
Tussin
being
bit
out
with
there.
Chris Rock, and now you just put icy hot on everything. You got any kind of problem? You got? Is there
He's
anything
hurt.
icy hot? can't
Man
fix?
up, man. 5 points against the Grizzlies. And ain't nobody playing? Come on, man. Stop it.
We see the arrivals of the Rockets and the Thunder. Harden, P.J. Tucker and company. As you look at the 36 points per game leading the league. These two teams, they'll be in the playoffs. Seeding still up for grabs. We'll talk positioning in the West as the night continues. This comes in from Austin. Shaq's just told Blake Griffin
Right,
he's
man up. We're trying to get in the playoffs.
Yeah, we sick of hearing about your sponsors. Okay,
Not a
Shaq?
sponsor.
Fruity Pebbles.
Not a sponsor. It's a way of life. It helps you man up. He's hurt. Vince, he's hurt.
Why your voice get high when I said that?
With that said, American Express teammates
He's hurt.
Terry Rozier and Jaylen Brown have been
6 weeks, Vince. Crap.
27 points.
Shaq ain't never been hurt, Casey. Never been hurt.
I've been hurt, but I had more than 5 points when I was hurt. I'll tell you that.
Meanwhile, Daniel says, hey, NBA and TNT, more Candace, please. She's putting Shaq in the blender every segment.
That's because I let her put me in the blender. That's because I love Candace Parker. She can say and do whatever she wants to me. Period. But you can't.
Vince, now you can tell me as awkward as they think it is from home, right?
Right.
Yep.
How about that?
You know we got love. You know I love you,
Candace
Shaq.
can do and say whatever she wants.
Argue.
Go back.
That's one of those things. You can't argue with him, but I can.
The first game, Celtics already know their matchup with Indiana. Jaylen Brown and Marcus Smart and company will play out the stretch against a guy who has done anything but
You'll
given
never find
his all
a hairline like mine.
in D.C., and that would not be Shaq singing. That's Bradley Beal singing better tunes on the court with his actions so far. But what's to come and who's on set with us? All right now, don't move.
Vince Carter. This is the man who is 41 years of age.
And Vince Carter comes in. Carter.
Oh, Vince.
Turn back the hands of time.
Carter from about 30 feet away.
Vince dumps it for 25,000.
Vince sanity, half man, half amazing.
Welcome inside our studios. It is the Auto Trader pregame, getting you ready for a doubleheader, which does include the Rockets and Thunder coming up, setting up playoff positioning. Casey Stern, Shaq, Candace. Welcome, Vince Carter.
Ooh.
Cut it out.
You hating from all the way.
You know why? Because he's my neighbor in Orlando. I never see him. He lives in my city of Atlanta. I never see him. I don't want to see him now.
So you're going to turn that way?
Yep. I'm going to do the whole
Tell us
broadcast.
how you really feel. Well, I'm happy you're here.
Well, since you can hear me, it's good to see you.
I'm just happy Shaq's here. You got here 9 seconds ago, so it's good that he's here.
He's on time.
He's on time.
Hi, Shaq.
I'm not
He
talking
really is
about
going to
Can we
face.
continue?
So are you really going to face the whole?
This is called accelerating your game on TV.
You can't.
He used to be my favorite player. Now
Let's go to accelerating your game by Auto Trader.
We're in the same fraternity, everything.
You probably should save this
hop
for,
together. We don't do nothing together.
if Dr. Phil is watching, we need some help on set. Dwayne Wade, we know this will be it. We'll talk about that a lot tonight. Dirk, we seem to think so, not sure. And then there's this question mark or a set of 3, and here's a tweet. Is Vince coming back next year? I need to ride to Atlanta tomorrow to see the GOAT's last game. Well, VC, you tell us.
Tell them they have time. They can't make it.
What's that?
They have time.
I like.
They got time?
You can't make it tonight.
Yeah?
It's always time.
This
Next
time.
year.
This next year.
Yeah.
So you
Official.
are coming back.
I would like to, yes.
I'm telling you now, if you come back to the Hawks and I don't see you, right at your feet when I see you coming out CVS. Right at your feet.
Randomly. With your icy hot. And a patch that says the General on it on the other side. Yeah, make sure we.
And a Papa John's pizza.
And a Papa John's pizza.
Yeah.
And a Krispy Kreme.
And a
From 7-Eleven.
Yep.
Yeah, I can't have that.
Are we done now?
And JBL.
Okay.
I might need a few of those.
And Fruity Pebbles.
Are we really just doing this?
Fruity Pebbles?
We're doing all of your sponsors.
You really have involvement in Fruity Pebbles? I didn't know.
Of course.
Okay. I like Fruity Pebbles. We have a couple of careers that we know seemingly will end. One we know for sure. Let's start with a big night for D. Wade. And I thought everybody has really paid this great respect to him. The Bud commercial, the Bud 3 commercial, is just amazing for those who have not seen that. Competing against him, can you try and put into words what he's meant to the game?
Man, he's done so many great things. I mean, I think everybody's so honored, to have played against him, and I obviously know him. I don't know him as well as the guy on the other end of the table, but I've had a lot of battles with him, and just talking with him, going against him, you know that when you step on the court against him, you have to bring your A+ game. And I've had many battles with him, and we talked the first preseason game, kind of reminiscing, and as we went on through the season and to our last game, just remembering the good times. And I tell you what, he's one of the best 2 guards to ever play this game.
Candace, I know how much it's important to you personally, knowing you to be more than just about basketball and the imprint that you leave on people and kids. And that's really been what has been D-Wade off the floor as much as we talk about what he's done on it.
Well, you mentioned the commercial earlier, and it was just everybody talking about D-Wade the person. I mean, we all know what he's done in between the lines, how many championships he's won, arguably one of the best two guards to ever play the game of basketball. But off the court, just who he's impacted, the type of person he is. I mean, personal story for me, I was a D-Wade fan. I'm from Illinois, have followed his career, and I remember seeing him at the ESPYs and being like, hey, D-Wade, I love your sidekick. The D-Wade sidekick. I know everybody had the D-Wade sidekick, but I'm a college student. The next day at my door, a D-Wade sidekick. So it's just, he's just a giver, and he's been about that. He's been about basketball, and it's great to see that he's had this tour.
Shaq, you've watched him grow as a player and a person. I mean, you're the one who gave him flash. How about D-Wade?
I found out about D-Wade by accident, believe it or not. I was the type of player never paid attention to other players, so right before the playoffs started, Miami Heat was playing Charlotte. I was like, damn, this kid's nice. And I just kept watching him. So when it came time for me to be traded, knowing that I couldn't do it by myself, I needed a Penny Hardaway, Kobe Bryant type player. I went upstairs and said, okay, I'll let you trade me, but I'm going to play with D-Wade. When I got there, we had a conversation. I said, I know there's a lot of conversation about what went on with me and the last guy. That could never happen with me and you. I'm going to help you. You're going to help me. And he just emerged as a great player. And then we had our first argument during the finals. Because I wasn't having a great finals, and everybody was looking for me. And I was like, why y'all looking for me? Do something. Because they was doubling and tripling me. I was like, D-Wade, what you going to do? And he just took off, finals MVP. And from that point on, he just, emerged as probably one of the best two guards to ever play the game.
Yeah, I love, we don't see an agents of free agency in sports, the relationships that like the Cal Ripken had in like Baltimore, and you think about late Tony Gwynn in San Diego. For me as a kid growing up watching baseball, to know what he had in Miami coming back there, a great story. Dirk, Vince, he doesn't seem to want to admit, like the NBA's putting out, hey, it's Dirk's last game. He has not said anything.
Yeah, he has everybody in limbo, like, what is he going to do? I've tried. But,
Is he hurt right now?
That's Dirk walk there, buddy.
Oh, okay.
That's just it. That's it. But it's just great. I mean, he deserves to be honored. I mean, if it is his last unbelievable career, great teammate as well. We'll just have to wait and see.
I mean, for me, I remember going out in my driveway at open gym trying to do the Dirk fadeaway with the one leg.
Yes.
And he was that international player. I was a four player that wanted to step away from the basket.
Right.
And he really was a first of his kind that he was better almost away from the basket than inside. And he got to that point where if he got the ball at the elbow, it was you just hope that he missed. And I think he really grew the development of where the NBA is now, where now we have more stretch fours, hand on the ball like Kevin Durant and Giannis Antetokounmpo.
You and I we've had great moments this season on the court. We were doing the Clipper-Maverick game where Doc grabbed the mic, nobody knew what was going to happen, and stopped the game so that everybody in the arena and the players on the floor and the benches could give their love to Dirk. That told you how much respect everybody's got for Dirk. So Wade, on his way out, Dirk, we're not sure. We know this after this first game, which has tons of implications, right, Candace?
Oh, it's huge.
It's the Rockets and the Thunder coming up later on tonight. Double dip. We continue Auto Trader tip-off. The playoffs are coming. It all begins this Sunday on TNT. We know the matchup for the Celtics. They'll get the Pacers. Much else is TBD. We were talking about this on set. We got literally 30 seconds, but we all agree in this group, the Nets, especially if they match up with Philly, a little bit more dangerous, Vince, than people
dangerous.
think?
They're very confident bunch right now, so they're dangerous and must watch.
Candace? Yeah, I'd agree. The Nets are that playoff series is going to be very fun and exciting to see how Philly handles in the first round.
They're a very scary team. I don't think anybody should want to face them in the first round.
I would agree with that. I think they're the dangerous pick. Who will be Cinderella? This game's got tons of playoff implications for you.